Now, we've grown used to hearing about athletes who take drugs to improve their performance, but now there is evidence that many students and academics might be doing the same. Smart drugs that enhance brain performance are becoming increasingly popular and more readily available. Drugs like modafinil and Ritalin can enhance short-term memory and speed of thought, and a report from the Academy of Medical Sciences says that an increasing number of people are likely to turn to them before exams or during a tough spell at work. They were asked by the government to launch a consultation on the regulation of smart drugs and got a diverse set of opinions, like these.
Everyone drinks coffee, so you get your shot of caffeine in the morning, but as soon as someone, mentions taking a memory-boosting drug to help you in your exam or something, everyone immediately shuts down, everyone immediately thinks of it as something completely new and terrifying.
We're just going to become robots if we go down that route.
We don't trust the information that we have. We want to know more before we can feel that we can make a judged decision.
I don't think the drug will make them more clever.
Maybe it can.
No, I don't think so.
Well, Les Iverson is a professor of pharmacology at Oxford University and one of the authors of today's report. I mean, first of all, do these drugs work?
Well, let me just say before we start talking about smart drugs that our review covered the whole range of psychoactive drugs, and we were looking at future trends in drugs of addiction, drugs used in psychiatry and so on.
Right.
Smart drugs is only one part of it, and the answer to your question is they do to some extent, but the present-day drugs are really not all that effective in normal, healthy people. What they can do for students is to allow them to stay awake longer and revise for their exams. I think it's very doubtful whether you can actually boost your IQ. But
so they don't make you cleverer, but they might help you in the process?
Well, it's a question of whether it's a difference between one grade of an exam result and another. And,
right. And at the moment...
There is an issue, I think, about competitive arena, where exams are a competitive arena, and in sports, as you've already said, we don't allow performance-enhancing drugs.
At the moment, if a student takes an exam having taken any of these drugs, have they broken any rules? Or
not as far as I know.
Can they be penalised for it?
That's up to the university and the examination board, and we don't have any regulation at the moment. We also don't want to give the impression that this is a widespread problem. I think it's a problem that will grow in the future, and one of the concerns we have is that there are more powerful cognitive-enhancing drugs in the pipeline being developed for legitimate reasons for treating Alzheimer's disease, for example, where the present-day drugs are not all that effective. And when one day a really powerful cognitive enhancer comes along, I think we need to be prepared how we're going to handle that in the normal...
Because already you can get this stuff on the internet if you're
Well,
if you're
unfortunately, we used to think prescription drugs for medical indications were restricted to prescriptions from your GP, but nowadays you can buy almost any drug on the internet from internet pharmacies. And I take the case of Viagra. Viagra is a prescription drug. It should only be available for medical reasons, but it's widely used for a whole range of other more frivolous reasons.
Les Iverson, thanks very much.